Innocent until proven guilty. That's how the justice system is supposed to work, but thousands of Metro Detroiters who are arrested but not yet convicted will tell you otherwise. A lawsuit filed by the ACLU says poor people who cannot afford bail are being treated unfairly, and they're going to jail, and that can have all kinds of negative unintended consequences.
Defender Kevin Dietz spoke to a man who learned about those consequences all too well, and he shows us why his family is still traumatized to this day.
Tonight, the ACLU's cause has a new supporter, Tom Chasteen, whose son Elijah was born on the floor of the Macomb County Jail in 2016 because the baby's mother could not afford bail. Jessica Preston was pulled over for driving on a suspended license. She went to jail because she was too poor to pay the bail set by a judge. In jail, she went into labor and had a baby on the floor of the Macomb County Jail. The baby's father says it's had a lasting impact on the family.
She doesn't sleep at all because of it. She has night terrors, nightmares.
The ACLU says it's not fair. People with money can go home for minor offenses, but poor people have to go to jail. They're filing a lawsuit to try and put a stop to it.
We're filing a lawsuit to end the shameful and unconstitutional practice of locking people up because they're poor, specifically too poor to pay bail.
The ACLU says Michigan is wrong to demand bail before people are convicted, insisting bail is to protect the community and make sure the person charged comes back to court. In most cases, they say, bail is unnecessary.
People who don't have money stay locked up. That's unequal treatment, it's morally wrong, and it's unconstitutional. We need to put a stop to it.
It can lead to additional financial crisis, loss of jobs, loss of home, loss of children if you're a single parent. Still, most judges insist on bail, and if you're poor and can't pay, you go to jail, and we all pay for that.
It costs over $165 a night to put someone up in jail every day. So we're talking about every night, thousands and thousands of dollars.
In many cases, those sent to jail didn't even have an attorney.
A basic premise of our constitutional system is that you shouldn't be sent to jail if you don't even have an attorney to represent you to help advocate for your cause. That's happening every day here, and that's why we're filing a lawsuit to put an end to it.
The ACLU's lawsuit is intended to send a message to judges across the state that in most cases, bond is not necessary.
In Washington, D.C., 90% of people who are charged with crimes are released immediately, and almost all of those situations end up being perfectly fine.
Elijah's father hopes the lawsuit is successful so that only potentially dangerous defendants are locked up before trial, not people who happen to be poor.
It was uncalled for, irresponsible from somebody that works for our judicial system, and that is just unacceptable to me. If you're a judge.
Jessica Preston has her own lawsuit in federal court against the medical company that failed to send her to the hospital. The family says they'll do everything they can to support the ACLU's effort so that defendants who cannot afford bail do not end up locked up. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.